But let me ask you immediately about the first vote you're going to have to cast, and that is for Speaker of the Texas House. Yeah, very funny. This smells like a line that DeLisi cooked up in his conference room. What do you think? Okay, I'll give you that. That's good. Mr. Gonzales, you had previously been pledged to the Speaker, and you are unpledged to the Speaker. Why?
I am neutral at this point. Per the request of my constituents, they asked me to step back and evaluate every candidate and listen to the spiel that everybody had, and to make the best choice I could when that time came.
We're only within a couple days. What more do you need to hear?
Well, I'm looking forward to January the 10th, when one by one, they stand up there and tell us why they should be Speaker of the House.
Mr. Isaac has come out visibly in favor of the vote in the caucus. Are you in favor of a caucus vote?
I am.
You are. Mr.
Yes.
Workman, are you in favor of a caucus vote?
Yes.
Okay. You all believe the caucus vote should be open as opposed to closed? Should the ballot be open as opposed to closed?
In a caucus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You're okay with an open vote? You okay with an open vote?
Yeah, I'm still undecided on that. Either way would be fine.
What's the issue for you that makes you undecided?
The goal is to get us into caucus, and I think that's something that I have clearly supported, as you say, and I certainly support that. And again, we're freshmen. We don't know all the rules of the caucus or the House for that matter, and we don't know the rules on a closed ballot or an open ballot. And I just think it'd be good for us and be healthy for us to get into caucus and talk about these issues.
Mr. Workman, open vote or closed vote?
Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by open. Are you talking about open to the public or open within the caucus?
Open within the caucus.
Open within the caucus. Yeah, that would be fine.
You two, open within the caucus. You're just not sure.
I'm still on the fence on that one. No.
Mr. Isaac, you are not pledged to anybody.
Correct.
But you are a member of the Tea Party caucus that Senator Patrick and others convened.
Yes.
There is an assumption that members of that caucus, not all of them, because I believe Representative Eisler, who is a fan of Mr. Strauss's, is a member of that caucus, but it is assumed that many people in that caucus are not Strauss guys.
I don't know where that assumption comes from. I believe that caucus is really put together so that we could listen to the Tea Party folks, and I think that's an important caucus for us to have. That's a big movement across this state, and I think it's critical that we have that caucus.
There are no tea leaves to be read, in other words, as far as your involvement in that group and your intentions for next Tuesday?
No.
Right. Why haven't you declared your preference yet?
I'm still listening, and there's going to be a lot of votes that we make this session where we need to wait until the last minute to hear from our constituents. And we've got some great feedback I've been hearing from a lot of our constituents in House District 45, and I'm continuing to listen to them.
And again, is there something you're going to hear between now and Monday or now and Tuesday that makes it so you can't tell us your intention now, but you'll have a vote then?
It's possible. I still get feedback every single day, multiple times a day.
Right.
So it's possible.
Mr. Workman, like Mr. Gonzales, the belief is that you had been pledged to the Speaker and then you unpledged.
Well, that is sort of true. I have not withdrawn my card from the Speaker, but certainly I've heard a lot from constituents about the Speaker's race, and it's given me pause to stop and look at it. But, you know, we really need to go on, get past that, and get on with the people's business. Right. We'll have a Speaker on January the 11th, and I'm not sure who that's going to be, but we need to talk about the economy of the state of Texas.
Do you believe, Mr. Workman, though, that the identity of the Speaker or the choice of the members will have an impact on the people's business?
Well, you know, the conventional wisdom is that it will, but with a 101 majority, I think the Speaker, even as powerful as he is, will have some limited amount of effect on what bills actually make it to the floor.
Why is that?
Well, just because the committees will be made up of at least 2/3 of conservative Republicans, and it's going to be hard to keep those bills from coming out of a committee which is made up of that strong of a group.
Mr. Gonzales, you agree?
I think that every candidate that I've seen for Speaker of the House and that I've spoken to is perfectly capable of leading a conservative agenda this session. I have no doubts about that.
But you know that the Speaker will, of course, appoint committee chairs, and there is some controversy over whether the current speakers, past committee chairs, were sufficiently conservative. Are you comfortable that Mr. Strauss is sufficiently conservative to be Speaker if he is the choice of the House?
I think the 82nd legislature, as a breakup of 101 to 49, every candidate that I've heard from and I've spoken to, I think every one of them are absolutely capable of leading a conservative House.
Is he sufficiently conservative to be Speaker?
I think so.
Is he sufficiently conservative, Mr. Isaac, to be Speaker?
Yeah, I think so. I think all the candidates are.
Mr. Workman, is he sufficiently